Let's talk about the hidden costs of buying a house. That's a good one. Come on, you know it is. Alright, let's do it. In today's video, I'm going to talk to you about the hidden costs of buying a new build property. I'll talk about this from the perspective of a first-time buyer. For those of you who haven't seen my first video, in the summer of 2019, just before I turned 26, I bought my first property, a 2-bed apartment in East London. I say apartment and not flat because, you know, apartment just sounds better. And I'm someone who reads terms and conditions, and I like to know the intricacies of how things work, hence these videos. But I was still shocked at some of the things I had to pay for, which didn't seem to come up anywhere. And you can search online when you type in like things to think about when you're buying a house. They'll tell you deposit, they'll tell you legal fees, conveyancing, all this stuff. But the things I'm about to tell you right now, no one told me. I had to find out firsthand, and I felt it definitely in my pockets. You all know about the deposit, and you know, before buying a house you would have built up your credit score and organized your finances. I've done videos on these already, so check them out. They're going to be here and here. Don't click them just yet. Don't click them just yet. Stay on this video. So after you've sorted out your credit score and your finances, the first thing you want to do is actually get a mortgage. Number one is a broker's fee. Now, luckily for me, the developers that I bought my property from already had an agreement with the brokerage, so I didn't have to pay a fee. But for many people, that won't be the case. Brokers charge between £100 and £500. What they do is they go through a number of different lenders based on your circumstances to get you quotes. So you can do this yourself. However, some mortgage brokers get preferential rates and will get a better deal than what's on comparison sites. Now, this makes sense to use a broker, although it does cost a little bit up front, because what they do is they save you money over the term of your mortgage. So over 25 years, let's say you've borrowed £220,000, at the end of 25 years you would have paid back £400,000. Right, what they want to do is they'll find you a product where you still borrow £220,000 but you'd pay back £380,000. So, you know, do you want to save £20,000 and pay £500 up front? Yes, I mean, I do. The reason I talk about saving money over the long term of it is because there's an additional cost. Sometimes the cheapest mortgage will come from a lender that charges a fee, which is it's like an arrangement fee. So for them to actually give you the loan, they're going to charge you for it. Now sometimes this can be £100, but it does scale all the way up to a percentage of the mortgage. So be careful with that. Again, when you put it back into perspective, do you want to save £20,000 over 25 years, or do you want to, you know, and save like £500, £1,000 up front, or do you want to have no fee up front but then pay £20,000 more than you need to? It's opportunity cost, you have to think about it. Number 3 is stamp duty. Now I say this coming from a first-time buyer's perspective, and first-time buyers in London get no stamp duty or stamp duty exempt up to £300,000. Now the average house price in London unfortunately is above £300,000, and it's actually closer to £600,000. So for argument's sake, let's say the house you want to buy is £400,000, you'd pay an additional stamp duty of £5,000. Yeah, that's not like chicken change that you have lying about. Stamp duty is a tax that was introduced in 1694 to fund a war between England and France. As far as I know, there is no war between England and France right now, but there definitely is stamp duty. Make of that what you will. Number 4, when you buy an apartment, you buy it under leasehold, which means you have to pay ground rent. Ground rent can vary depending on where you live. It's accrued yearly, I don't know, you can pay it monthly or yearly, depending on your agreement with your landlord, the council, whoever it is. However, on exchange, I had to pay 2 years ground rent up front. Why? I don't know. Was it in the terms? I don't know. I asked my solicitor, they were useless, but I had to pay it.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
Luckily, I was able to like fork it out, but not everyone's gonna have an extra £600 when you didn't expect it. In that same ilk, number 5 is service charge. So service charge is to look after maybe parking, lifts, you know, all this stuff. To look after it, you have to pay a monthly, or accrued yearly but pay it monthly fee called service charge. Now, when I moved in, these men asked me for 6 months. These men asked me for 6 months service charge, which is again another £600. So I'm going in there with my help to buy ISA bonus. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get 2 grand, woo! You know, I've already got my deposit all there. And then I got nothing back. You know what, I actually had to pay more on top of what I gave them. Number 6, which is gonna be the last.
Here's one I actually forgot, valuation fee. You get a mortgage subject to the property you're buying actually being worth what it's being sold for. And to do that, you need to hire a surveyor. The bank organises it for you, but they charge you. That's about £200, sometimes a bit more, sometimes a bit less. But it's something you need to bear in mind. It doesn't come off of your deposit, it's an additional cost. Anyway, back to the video.
For this video is a bank transfer fee. Now this one was the tip of the iceberg because I was already annoyed that I had to pay 2 years ground rent up front, 6 months service charge up front. No one told me about this stuff. And then on top of it, for the bank, the lender, to transfer the money to my solicitor, they charged a £50 fee. Yeah, I mean, no one tells you about this stuff. I'm going to add up all of those things together actually, and I'm going to put it on the video, and you're going to see how much you could actually have paid more unexpectedly and no one tells you about it. So now you know, right? Now you know. Be sure to follow me on Instagram, like and subscribe. Share this video with someone who's looking to buy a house, or if you are, you know, keep that, bookmark that, subscribe, do all the good things that people want you to do on YouTube. Make sure you leave a comment, even if it's just like anything, just comment something because it's definitely good for the algorithm. One take.